10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feel the power.
Music Familia Productions. World premiere.
You'll never get the best of me. I'm anti-everything. You'll never get the best of me. I'm anti-everything.
Antman and Siobhan bring you so much live, local, and raw every Thursday from AntmanVs Thursdays. Music, news, interviews, plus so much more. And it starts now.
And now, here's your host.
What's going on? Music Familia Productions. World premiere. What's going on, Music Familia? We are back. We are live on musicfamiliaproductions.com. We are also live on YouTube. We are live worldwide. We're live on many different platforms, many different sites. Hope you guys are having a good night tonight, man. We got some killer stuff for you guys tonight, man. I'm really excited about tonight's show. As I run over there and reach that piece of sponsorship paper, I want to give a shout out to a few of our sponsors tonight, man. Music Familia, much love to you guys, and I want to give us a few shout outs, like I said, pay some bills. Knucklehead Productions, my man Mike Corley over there at Knucklehead Productions. I want to give a shout out to Shamrock Printing, Jonathan Boyer, and all the boys and girls over at Shamrock Printing. Check them out, shamrockprinting.com. I want to give a shout out to Paul's Nightclub in Lancaster, Ohio. I want to give a shout out to Ohio Local Music as well, my man Terry and Thor. I want to give a shout out to David Sheets from PhotoNationAP. You need some photography, some digital media services, hit them up, 614-732-9525. Or you can write an email at photonationap@outlook.com. Let them know Antman sent you. Shout out to Stephanie Sutton Reed and Jimmy from the Rock Outlaws. Much love to you guys, man. And last but not least, Rockstars Glued 3.0. Much love to you guys, man. Hope you guys are having a good night. And what's going on, Mr. Josh Vandermark? Jumping in, Mr. V is in the building. And it is snowing like crazy here in Ohio. It's pretty crazy to think about that. I thought we were over the snow. I really did. I thought it was out the door. But I guess I was way freaking wrong. So anyway, we got a killer show tonight, man. We got Mr. Trend P. He's going to be on the Antman versus line this evening. He's going to be calling in, talking about some shiz. We got some horoscopes coming up at the 9 o'clock hour. We got a little bit of this. We got a little bit of that. But let's kick off the show with something a little special. You ready for this? Let's get it.
I wish I wasn't fat.
I wish I wasn't gay.
I wish I wasn't black.
I wish that I was brave.
I wish with every candle on the cake that I could quit doing these drugs, but I can't and I'm afraid.
I wish that I was smart.
I wish that I was rich.
I wish it wasn't hard for me to grow up and forgive.
I wish that I could help.
I wish I wasn't sick.
I wish I was Tom McDonald. I'd be just like him.
I wish I wasn't sober. I miss it when the party wasn't over. Happiness was right around the corner. Every single night was like the best one of our lives. Now we're older. The good old days are out of reach. I wish that they were closer. I wish I wasn't anxious and I wish I could fast forward. And I wish that I could rewind, but they don't make that controller. I wish the nights were longer and I wish the days were shorter. And I wish that I could sleep enough to maintain my composure. I feel crazy. I wish that I was normal. I wish that I could kill myself but also be immortal. Take me to the oracle. I heard that time is borrowed. Can you give me back my yesterdays? I'll give you my tomorrows. Forget all of my morals and just live like I cannot remember sorrow. Before all of the tattoos and the cornrows, I was different, I was happy, I was calmer, I was young and full of hormones. Now I'm wishing for a time machine, I'd step into that portal and be gone.
I wish on shooting stars, or were they satellites? Maybe they were too far. Hey, ooh, nah, nah. I must have blown apart a million dandelions. Now they don't grow in my yard. Hey, ooh, nah, nah.
I wish I didn't care about the day that I'd be buried. Used to live like I was ready for it, always in a hurry. Now I'm worried, all my memories are blurry. I'm just barely turning 30 and the voices in my head are trying to hurt me. The choices that I made make me feel dirty. I was 25 or 13, I was smoking with the seniors, drinking beer and getting flirty. Now the Ativan ain't working, I need something even stronger. Give me childhood, my mother and my father and my sister, and a Christmas to make up for all the recent ones I'm missing while I'm touring the country for a living. Give me a hug and a Nintendo and a toy box in the closet. Give me everything I wish I had. Oh wait, I think I got it. I'm a rapper like I always promised them I would accomplish. This is awesome, man. I wish I had a friend to tell, I'd call him, man. I wonder if I jump from here, if I'd survive the bottom, and would everyone believe me if I told them I had fallen? I'ma jump.
I wish on shooting stars, or were they satellites? Maybe they were too far. Hey, ooh la la, I must have blown apart a million dandelions. Now they don't grow in my yard. Hey, ooh la la.
I wish we were kids again, before everything was on Instagram. Ayo, things were so simple then. Me, my tree fort, all of my friends. Way back when on Beaver Drive, when the floor was lava, I could fly. Ayo, wished I was big like then. Never thought I'd wanna be a kid again.
I wish on shooting stars, or were they satellites? Maybe they were too far. Hey, ooh la la, I must have blown apart a million dandelions. Now they don't grow in my yard. Hey, ooh la la, I wish on shooting stars, or were they satellites? Maybe they were too far. Hey, ooh la la, I must have blown apart a million dandelions. Now they don't grow in my yard. Hey, ooh la la, ooh la la.
That's Tom McDonald right there, man. One of my favorite new music videos from my man Tom McDonald. That song is called I Wish. And, there's a lot of things that I wish when we talk about, what we're doing in the music scene and stuff like that. But, I wish it was easier to work with artists. I wish it was easier to make things happen for other people, But it seems to be one of those things where it never really gets talked about. Very rarely does it get talked about. And what I'm talking about is the hard work and the work that it takes to be put into a position to where everybody can benefit, everybody can work together. I think the hardest thing to be able to get, on the same page is everybody to work together. And that's what Music Familia Productions is all about, man. So if you guys are watching on Facebook right there, then you guys want to head over to musicfamiliaproductions.com and go right to the live front page, man. Hit play and watch the live show. There's even a live chat. You guys can get in on the action right there. Make sure you guys do that. And, one of the things, man, that I love about what I do... let me rephrase. It's not that I love it. It's just that I feel like I have to do it. I feel like, when we go to these local shows and we go out and we see these bands and we see all these hard-working mofos out and about, it's really interesting to catch up with them because sometimes they have an interesting story and sometimes they don't. And I think that's the fun part about doing music and supporting the local scene and doing all that fun stuff, man, is not always does it pan out. And I think that's one thing I love about, being able to make things happen. So anyway, this evening, we got some killer stuff. If you guys haven't already, last weekend was the Heartbreakers Headbang. I'm going to give a shout out to ZTP Magazine and Filthy Productions and all the sponsors that were on the bill, including yours truly and my staff. My staff threw it down hard. We sold a bunch of merch, and a bunch of people are out there now with Music Familia production stuff, so I'm honored and privileged to say that there's even kids wearing MFP stuff to school. Like, man, I am just excited about that. Like, there's just something about the younger youth and being able to be involved with the music scene and allowing to have an all-ages show and having them come out and party with us. It's awesome. I love it. So, we're going to get into some killer music tonight, man. And, I played Tom McDonald's I Wish. I got something special from my man, Chaplin the Kid. Now, I did an interview with Patrick about a week or so ago on my Facebook page. If you haven't had a chance, go ahead, head over to our Facebook page, and you guys can check out the interview I did with Patrick a couple weeks. I think it was last week or week before. Great cat, man. Great cat. Great band. And we're going to be playing they have a lyric video out. And I guess this is a new thing where the bands have lyric videos. And so we're going to be playing one of their awesome lyric videos to Not Ashamed, We're going to be playing that tonight. And I'm really excited to get that. Joshua Vandermark says, I need some MFP merch, bro. I got you, bro. I got you. And Jennifer Pangborn, she says, where can I order a shirt or two? Luke would want one as well. Well, I will put it to you like this. We have some new merch out and about, and I don't have my price list right now, but if you're in the Columbus or the Ohio area, I know that I gotta get with Siobhan, but I'm pretty sure that we're shipping stuff out throughout the U.S. So if you're in the area and you want merch and you can't make it to where, excuse me, I apologize. If you cannot make it to where we are, then we might be able to ship it to you or send it to you. So I will get with Siobhan on that. And everybody who wants merch or who is interested in getting merch, man, contact us and let us know what's going on. I want to give a shout out to Kathy Nelson. I want to give a shout out to Victor Cooperman Mini. What's going on, man? And Aaron Ray. What's going on? You guys can go over and check out the live show, musicfamiliaproductions.com. Just click the link right there. Boom, head over to the website. You guys can subscribe from the website and be a part of the action, just like everybody over there right now. So, what do we got tonight? Ladies and gentlemen, we got some killer music from all over the world, man. We are 10 different countries now. I want to give a shout out to Foxhole Radio Network. Much love to those guys, man, because they put me on all their stations. They put me on all their stuff. And if you haven't already, head over there and check out Undiscovered, Foxhole Internet Radio Undiscovered. Yours truly is in charge of that radio station, and it's been running for 2 weeks. Get your asses over there. Show some love. It's going to be fun. Josh says, I'll pick up personally and bring my son Jeremiah with me. 1 year cancer-free and 1.5 more years to go until cured. That's awesome, brother. That is so awesome. I'm honored to say that I was a part of that, man. And you know, being able to help you and your family, man, was really honestly one of the greatest things in my entire life that I can honestly say, dude, that, you know, if anything ever happens again, man, I'm going to do it again. Because we are all we have at the end of the day. Bottom line, that's how it goes. We are all we have. So, with that being said, man, we got to get into some killer music here. I think you guys are going to love this. In fact, I know you will. Let's go.
Yeah, I live like a lonesome rebel child, spitting bullets out with a wasteland smile. Yeah, I create enemies left and right, taking names and lies, screaming to my God, take me away. I'm not ashamed. Yeah, I'm not afraid. Take me away. I'm not ashamed. Yeah, I'm not afraid. Sharpen my teeth, 2 feet on my past. Never a care in the world was what let it last. Yeah, I create enemies left and right, taking names and lies, screaming to my God, take me away. I'm not ashamed. Yeah, I'm not afraid. Take me away. I'm not ashamed. Yeah, I'm not afraid. Ignorant professor
professionals, push the intellectuals. Try to blow smoke through a screen that's protecting them. I'ma keep them seeing red, keep them tweaking in their head, losing their mind, keep a smile, it takes them over the edge. And I skip along, jolly ollie, sing a different song, wasting my energy on them after all. Just keep progressing, take it as a lesson, have them second guessing while we step in for another studio session. Just dim the lights down low, brush them off, put it into the flow, let them know none of that negative gonna slow us down. If you ain't know by now, better listen again.
Take
Turn
me
it up
away.
loud.
I'm not ashamed. I'm not afraid. Take me away. I'm not ashamed. I'm not afraid. Take me away. I'm not ashamed. I'm not afraid. Take me away. I'm not ashamed. Take me away.
Just dim the lights down low, brush them off, put it into the flow, let them know none of that negative gonna slow us down. If you ain't know by now, better listen again, but turn it up loud.
What's going on, Music Familia? We are back. That was Chaplin the Kid with Not Ashamed. We are live on MusicFamiliaProductions.com. We are hanging out tonight, man. I'm waiting for an awesome phone call from my man Triton P. He's going to be live on the Antman vs. phone lines tonight. I'm really excited for that, man. We're going to be talking about all kinds of fun stuff that dude's getting into. And he's going to be sending over some music. I've been watching for it all night. I'm excited to be getting some of this music from this cat because, honestly, man, in the last couple weeks, I've been watching all different genres. I've been watching all kinds of different people, man. And truthfully, dude, it's kind of disturbing for me. Because I watch, country rap. I see country rappers. I see hard rockers. I see metal. I see country. There isn't too many genres that don't cross my plate, truthfully. I don't discriminate. I don't play or hate. I support everybody. I play everybody on my podcast. But you know what, man? There are podcasts and there are people out there that will charge you for a review. $25 for them to review your music. And that just doesn't make sense to me. That tells me that somebody that tells me that honestly somebody is making money off of hard-working local people. If you're charging for a quote-unquote, and I'll use air quotes when I say this, professional review, and you're charging $25, but all you do is talk shit during the show, that's not really a review. You're really just ripping them off, And I am a huge fan of the do-it-yourselfers, the hard-working people out there, the people in the music industry that bust their ass, that take no prisoners mentality. You understand what I'm saying? But there's a lot of people out there, especially in the country rap game, that only support each other. That only, they're gonna, basically, in a way, they're basically just supporting themselves, just supporting what they do, and then they go on social media. This is what kills me. I watch social media, and I watch Facebook, and I watch Facebook Live all the time, and I don't always do Facebook Lives, and if I do, it's a direct point, there's a reason why I'm doing the Facebook Lives, but what's funny to me is that when we do the Facebook Lives and stuff like that, I don't talk trash, I don't bring negativity down, nothing. But I watch these country rappers that get on social media drunk at midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., whatever weird time frame they're in, whenever they feel froggy, honestly. And they they bait for likes and shares. Like, 500 shares, I'm going to do this. Let's share this, let's share this, let's share this, let's share this. But they don't share anything else other than what they don't support anything else other than themselves. But they expect other people and many other people to support them. You know? And it's like a sheep mentality where, like, the sheeple are just going to follow and do whatever. You know? I was watching an artist on social media yesterday, the day before. So they went on and they had their album released on Apple Music, right? And this person didn't check his facts, goes on social media, makes a Facebook post about being number 2 in the world, and in reality, he's only number 2 on Apple Music. And I'm sorry, but Apple Music is not the world. Like, the world to me is like Billboard. Like, you know, if you're gonna make the Billboard, that's world. You know what I mean? Like, that's the big time right there. You know, like, woohoo, you made it on Apple Music, awesome. I could take my podcast and put it on Apple Music the same. Like, I don't know. You know, and if you search certain shit on social media, or if you do it a certain way when you're searching Apple Music, especially if you purchase your own stuff, you're gonna pop up a certain number. And it ain't got nothing to do with people, and it ain't got nothing to do with how many people, because you know what, man, when you go and you look at the ratings and you look at what's going on, the only reason why this person has a hit song or has like a 4-star rating on their song is because they collaborated with an already well-known artist. Like that, I've never understood that. I don't get that. But you know what? That's fine. It's funny that what's going on, Miss Laura Davis? How's it going? And you know, when you look at charts and you look at numbers and you look at how the game is played, it's really easy to pull the mask or the wool down over everybody's eyes and look like you got a big game. But in reality, you just got some Tinker Toys and some Hot Wheels, and you're just sitting in a sandbox. Like, it cracks me up, man. But, like, legitly speaking, if you're gonna do something, do it big. Like, my podcast is in 10 different countries. I have the numbers. I have the legit to prove it. I have everything legitly, analytically to prove it. Legitimately. And what's funny to me is, like, I don't beat my chest. I don't run out and be like, hey, yo, motherfucker, look at me, look at me. Like, you know, I don't do that stuff, man, because you know what? I leave it to the musicians and the artists to do their work and to do what they are trusted to do. And to a certain degree, they have to be held accountable for their actions and what they do. And when I say that, for the people out there that are sitting back like, like, if you have a fan base, your obligation to your fan base is to not mislead them, to not bullshit them, and to not play the game. So when you talk about local stuff and you talk about everywhere else kind of stuff, you know, it's important that you make sure you know what's going on when that happens. And I think my artist tried calling. My bad. I feel stupid as hell. My artist tried calling in. We're going to call him back. We're going to see if we can call him back. Let's see if he'll call back here. But, you know, like, the reality of it is, man, is that it's frustrating to see that kind of misleading stuff go on, dude. It really is. Like, it's frustrating. And so, with that being said, man, I appreciate everybody that I do interviews with. I appreciate everybody that... We're going to... 1618... The power of the Antman phone.
Hello.
What's going on, sir?
Hey, nothing much, buddy. How you doing today?
Good, man. Thank you for calling in. I apologize I didn't get to it fast enough.
No, I looked down at my phone. I'm like, oh man, I'm a couple minutes early.
Yeah, no, you're good, brother. You're good, man. So first and foremost, man, we have Mr. Trenton P on the phone line this evening.
How's it going, everybody?
And so, I don't know if you were catching my rant a little bit, man, but
I did see it.
It's frustrating for me, man, as somebody who's in the media and something like that, to see people, bait their likes and do all that kind of stuff,
Right. I think that a lot of people, and I got to be honest, I was probably guilty early on, and I mean years ago, of almost like, I think you said, baiting, and it's almost, that's what it is. You get a lot of people that they're false flagging, really, saying that they're doing all these things, and I to be honest with you, I don't even know exactly who you're talking about, but just in general, I see a lot of people do it. The problem with that is, in my opinion, this is the biggest thing, is that you can brag or say you're doing and making all these moves so many times that when you finally are able to make those moves and it's serious, it's pretty just, it's just pissing in the wind, really, because nobody cares because they've already seen it before. You know what I mean?
Yep, absolutely, man. And I try not to name artists because it's just you don't want to give attention. Like Upchurch said, man, if I put your name in my mouth, I'm giving you more credit.
Absolutely, and I think Ryan, he takes a lot of people take a lot of shots at that dude, and I've got the pleasure of shaking his hand. I've done a show with him, his team, himself. Everybody was very professional, and I was really blessed. But because of the status that he has made himself, he's a target. He's got a target on his back, and it's really unfortunate. But sometimes you just don't have a choice but to address it. And it gets to a point where for him it's probably almost entertaining.
Right? Yeah. Like when I think it's funny, because I know they're in different time zones. Like for example, you're in a different time zone than I am. You're about an hour behind me, but. I think looking at some of the, social media and watching them on their Facebook Lives, they're like 500 shares and I'll do this. And I mean, I don't, it's kind of like pimping yourself out. Like I feel like you're getting away from your music when you do that.
You're right. What a lot of people see is you have had a lot of people that aren't talented. And here's maybe another side of it, you get a lot of people who haven't put in the time, haven't put in the work, haven't, sacrificed so much to be successful. These people blow up overnight over stupid reasons. It hurts you. For a person that puts in the work, that makes sacrifices not only financially but family-wise. I mean, I couldn't tell you how many times I drove hours away to a show that a promoter didn't do their job. And so I get there and it's not what it was supposed to be. But on another hand, I've drove to shows and I've done these concerts that have just been the most mind-blowing thing and just amazing experiences. My point being is that when I've seen it, where you see people that just blow up overnight and it's just bullshit. They just they're just so huge, millions of views, and you see this and you're like, are you kidding me right now? Like, I'm spending the money, I'm going to the best studios, I'm working with the best producers, I'm networking, I'm being kind, I'm sharing other artists' music and stuff like that. It kind of hurts you, So you get to a point, it's like, okay, what do I do? Do I go with these gimmicks? Do I start, trying to do something different, being kind of weird? So many people take shots at Tekashi 69. Well, the problem is dude took his own lane and it worked.
Yeah.
And which that's not my approach. I wouldn't want to, do exactly what he did to get up there, but he stood out.
Right.
He stood out. The Catch Me Outside girl. Everybody gives that girl so much shit. But at the end of the day, she is doing something that nobody else could.
Yeah.
You know, she made a name for herself. You get, and I apologize, man. I go off on these
No,
rants, too.
not at all, bro. You're good.
It just, I see it from two sides, man. I see it as an artist that has made the sacrifices, that puts in the work, that's put in the time, you know, and then you see all these people that just blow up over on bullshit. And it's like, are you kidding me right now? But it's what the public wants, you know? I mean, the problem is, and these are words that always stuck with me, is home is where the hate is. And that's the problem. You know, you get so many people that don't want to see somebody from their hometown succeed. So they hate on you. And the problem is everybody that's on the internet that you're friends with on like social media, 9 times out of 10, unless you're super huge, are people from your hometown. So you get the hate and everything like that. If I could give any word of advice to any artist, up and coming, big, small, you know, huge, whatever, is that when you don't address somebody, it pisses them off even more. And I love it.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. So when we talk about music, man, and we talk about getting into the game, man, what made Trenton P start in the game in the first place?
Man, I've been doing this for a while. I've been doing this, I think, going on 8 years. I think 8 years. This will be my 8th year trying to pursue music. I think it's 6 years taking it very seriously. What made me want to do it is because I was able to express myself. I was able to do something, you know, by myself. I was able to figure this out and do it, and I ran with it, and it just kind of turned into, you know, people actually liked it. And so because of that, I just kept pushing forward, and that's kind of how I got into this. You know, I've always loved music. It's always been a part of me. It helps me through lots, just like I hope my music helps people through difficult times as well. And so as it started sticking, I started getting, you know, people coming up to me and saying, dude, I really love your music. Keep it up. And you get to a point where you're like, okay, well, now I have to up myself. And so I play a constant battle with trying to be better than I was last time.
Yeah. Wow. When you talk about, you know, going harder each time, is there ever a time where you're like, whoa, you even surprise yourself at sometimes?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think in every artist has. Because you figure out a word play and then you like say it out loud and then you feel goosebumps. You're like, that is so badass. But I've also had those scenarios where I'm like, dude, that is so cool. It's going to be so dope. And it's like my least popular song. So then it's like, okay, well, whatever, you know, but you just keep going. And I think that's what I enjoy about it is because I'm always able to figure out new things, figure out a new flow. How fast can I do this? How fast can I be and it be clear for somebody to understand it?
Right. Wow.
So I just love it, man.
When you started out, man, were you ever to a point where you were like, I don't know if this is working? Like, did you ever hit that proverbial wall what every artist does, and you're like,
Yeah, I did. I asked myself that today. The problem is, and I think again, this just goes for every artist. Artists will be able to relate to this, and I'm sure you will too because you've seen it. Artists, fans, just people on outside that are on the outside that might just know you and respect what you do, but don't really understand it.
Yep.
They don't really know. They see the good things. They see you when you put out a music video. They see when your song hits iTunes. They see you, when you're going to do a show. The problem is what people don't see, and this is from my personal experience, they don't see the hundreds of hours I've spent driving around in my own vehicle, paying for gas, selling tickets for less than what I actually owe the venue, or selling merchandise just so I have enough money to buy enough merchandise for the show, or all the sacrifices I've made to be able to afford studio time and all this stuff. All of these artists like to act like they're flaunting all these big chains and all that.
Yep.
Fuck that. I don't need that. That ain't me. I'm happy with my pickup, and I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love to have some sort of exotic car, and I'm not knocking somebody that has it because they deserve it. They earned it.
Right.
But you get these people. I think Meek Mill talked about it, man. I don't know if you like.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I saw that interview. Yeah.
Dude, he talked about it. He says, look, you got all these young dudes out here. You got your check, but yet you're going out. You just got $1 million check, but you're spending $300,000 on a chain. What are you doing?
Yeah.
And so back to what you had asked me. People don't understand the sacrifices it takes to make this work. Studio time is expensive. To go to a top of the line studio, bare minimum, where St. Louis is one of the cheapest places for a top of the line studio, you're paying $65 an hour.
Yep.
And if you're doing it right, you're spending 5 hours just laying down vocals. So you're $65 an hour, 5 hours just to lay down vocals. Then you need at least another 2 hours mixing that. So you're at 7 hours in one song. Then you're going to need another hour for making adjustments as you're mixing it down. So you're at 8. Then you need at least 2 hours for mastering. So you're in one song before you ever put it out for $650. That's before you bought the beat. And if you're right and you bought your beat and bought it exclusive, so you own full rights to that song. So if it does pop off, you get all the royalties. You're looking at a bare minimum of another $200. So you're in that for $850 before you ever pay the money to get the song onto a distribution company, where I think they're probably about $50, to get it onto all these platforms. So you're looking at $900. But wait, you're not finished, because now you have to let everybody know that this song is out and finished.
Yep.
So then you've got to promote. $100 ain't shit. You're telling me you're only going to promote your song with $100, but you just put $900 into it? So you're at $1,000 easy right there, but you haven't shot a music video. So I've got a homie that hooks up my music videos, and I'm talking, he's got, cameras. I don't want to name his equipment and stuff like that.
Right.
Not because you know what I'm saying? But he's got cameras that they have shot movies with that you're watching in theaters, And so bare minimum, you're talking $500 a video. So you're in this song for $1,500, and you've only spent $100 on promoting. You really need to be in that song for about $1,500 and spend another $1,500 promoting. So people just don't understand how expensive this truly is. My last album cost me $15,000.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy, man, because everybody always, you see it time and time again. Let me get a free CD, let me get a free T-shirt. Hey, can I get a ticket for free? No, you ain't getting a ticket for free. You didn't even come to the last show. I was giving tickets away for free, asshole.
Right. When I come out and I do local shows and I support local music in my area, and I try to support unsigned music from all over the United States. And fortunately enough, man, I've been able to, make it into 10 different countries with my podcast. But I don't brag about that. I don't go out and slap on some knee pads to see how far it'll get me, and when I go out to a show, like for instance, if you Trenton were coming to Columbus, Ohio, I would reach out to you and say, hey, look, if you put me on your list, I'll come out and I'll cover your show. Nothing's for free. You have to actually earn that shit.
Right.
And if I'm going to be a part of the show, I'm going to come out and I'm going to be like, all right, Trent, so what I'm going to tag you tonight in all your performances, plus we're going to do an interview, And I try to, and I do that with every artist I work with, because I believe that there is nothing for free in this industry. It doesn't matter what it is.
Right. Man, and you're really spot on. You get a lot of people down here. They'll come out to these shows. I'll tell you, one of the dopest setups I ever seen. Oh, where was I at? I was in where was I? I was in Louisville, Kentucky. I went out to this show in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm telling you right now, I have never seen somebody take doper photos than this photographer. And the only reason he did it, because he was like, he's super successful. Like, dude has weddings and all kinds of stuff booked year round. I mean, that guy is doing photo shoots every day. He just happened to love local music and wanted to give back. Dude, he would come out and he would take photos, awesome photos again. And the only thing he wanted was $50 from the artist, and it didn't matter. It didn't matter if you bought the photos or not. But if you did, he would give you free, your copies. He'd give you a digital download. He'd edit them up and everything. And people were passing up on this. I'm thinking, you're telling me you just got professional photos taken for $50, and there's like 50 photos in there, so you're paying $1 a photo, and you didn't do that? I mean, you can't really give back more than that. I mean, sure, he could have been like, it's free, but the camera costs money. You know what I mean? You're trying to sell merchandise and all this stuff. There's just so much that goes into it. And people have a hard time seeing other people succeed. If everybody would just work together, it would be way more awesome. But the problem is the guy to the left is always going to point to the guy to the right saying, you're not working as hard as me, screw you.
Yep. And something that I see a lot, man, is the side of, well, I'm only going to support my clique, or I'm only going to, like, me and these 5 guys are going to hang out, and this is what we're going to do, and I think they're misleading, they're misrepresenting. There's somebody out there watching them that's like, oh, well, because they get drunk every night, that's what I'm going to do. Like, I want to do that. Like, and I think they're man, it sounds really shitty for me to say, but I feel like they have sheeple. They have people that are sheep, and they're following them.
No, you're right, man. These people. Man, I'm just a normal dude. I work a normal job. I make music. I'm married. I have a beautiful wife. I've got a beautiful son, and I'm completely content with that. I am not the biggest artist ever. You know what I'm saying? And the problem is these people get a little bit of success, and I've seen it time and time again, and their heads get too big.
Yep.
Sometimes your head gets too big that you miss opportunities that could have made you even bigger.
Yes, sir.
And it's a shame, man. Everybody wants to be successful, and I respect that. I hope everybody's successful. But what people forget, especially in the music business, is there are plenty of minutes in the day for somebody to hear your song. You don't have to stop somebody else from succeeding just so you get the shine.
Right. Absolutely.
It's like playing the lottery. Think about it. Okay, you go and buy a scratch-off. So you buy one scratch-off. But if you buy 2 scratch-offs, your chances of winning are better. You buy 3 scratch-offs, it only gets better, so on and so forth. Well, if you are acquaintances, showing love and support to multiple artists, you have multiple chances of them blowing up and then putting you on.
Right.
And so people forget that a lot. I mean, it's a numbers game almost.
Yep. And when you see though, if you're an artist, I do a lot of interviews with artists and other people in the music scene, and what's funny is they're all like, well, how do you get successful? How are you able to get into 10 different countries with your podcast? And I look at him and I'm like, well, lots of busting my ass, bro.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, and I will say, I was guilty of this, and I think every artist is at some point in their career. It's normally when you're starting out, but everybody thinks, and like I said, I'm guilty of this. You're going to make a song, and you're just going to be the next, you're going to be the next big thing since freaking grilled cheese.
Yep.
It's the truth, and it's not, I think going back to your first question you asked me, or second question maybe, what made me do this? What made me do this is I put out one song and I got so much love off of it from people around me, and more than just friends, and it made me, I'm like, dude, I might have a shot at this. But for a while there, my head got a little bit big. Luckily, I got brought down to reality rather quickly. Otherwise, you know, I don't think I'd be in the position I am now, because I know that I'm a better artist. I know how to work in the studio. I know how to write a song. I know how to do so many different things. And, you know, when I'm ready to put out a song, I can make a couple phone calls and start getting a buzz going, no matter it be local newspapers, news stations, radio stations, or whatever I need to do to make it work. You know, now, like I said, it's not like I've had like a Grammy-winning, chart-topping song. Hey, that's funny, chart-topping, man. I'm trying to get that. No, but you know, but it takes time, and you see a lot of artists. I think Russ. I think Russ is one of them too. And I think Jelly Roll.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Jelly Roll, man. Like, I remember when he started out, man. I'm from Michigan. I remember when that motherfucker started out, and he was selling, you know, single tracks out of his trunk, you know?
10 years. 10 years, both like dudes like that have put in, and on your 10th year, you flourish, man. You flourish because you're now developed. You're hungry. You're past the bullshit. You know, you've made it out. You know, and so you get a lot of people that get discouraged because they think it's going to pop off so quick. It doesn't. It takes time. It takes effort. I've had a lot of people that have been in my corner since day one, and it's really blessed me. I'm thankful. And, you know, at the end of the day, my biggest thing is I want to be humble. I want to pay back. I used to be guilty of everything I just said, not wanting to see somebody else succeed, you know, not, you know, thinking I need to be better than them, you know, I don't need to fuck with them because I don't want to, you know, I don't want to see them outshine me. But that was, I was blinded, man. That's not how it works, and that's not how it should work. And so instead of being part of the problem, I want to help address the problem so we can fix it.
Right.
Because music is, I mean, underground independent artists, man, whether you know it or not, that means you have a lot of stuff in common with other individuals from different backgrounds. That's a beautiful thing. That's what music is. That's hip-hop.
Yeah, absolutely. So when you talk about the music scene, man, in 2019, what's your direction? What's your focus for this year?
My biggest thing is my goal is to be the next huge mumble rapper. No, I'm kidding.
I was trying because you wouldn't believe how many people have something and they're so serious about it, and you can see it, and you're just holding the microphone like, I want.
No, 2019, my direction. Well, I have a goal I've set for myself, and I'm trying to obtain it. I've never done it. My goal is to put out 19 songs and 24 music videos.
Wow.
As of right now, I have not released any music. I do not plan on releasing an album. I'm actually releasing nothing but singles. You ask, okay, how are you going to do 19 songs and 24 music videos? I'm doing 19 music videos for the 19 songs I plan on putting out, and 5 more music videos for previous songs.
Wow. Well, you know, and people out there that are watching this, man, you need to realize what a huge goal that is.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. I've already got a handful of songs completed that are recorded, ready to go. I'm literally just pretty much stockpiling so I can just start dropping back to back. I've never done it. I feel that consistency these days is key, and I've really just done one album every 1 or 2 years and stuff like that, and pretty much ran off that. Well, obviously it didn't work. I mean, it did work, but it didn't work, not to the level that I'd like to be at. So I'm trying a different approach, and I'm going to see if it can, you know, if I can make it happen. I like to believe that I can outwork a lot of people, so that's what I want to do.
I received your digital download for Blacklist, man, and I was going through some of the songs, And I sitting here in front of me, man. I'm looking at the list here. Is there anything off of this album that was real? Like, I don't know if I want to add this on here.
Actually, there was. There was a couple off of Blacklist. There was a lot of songs on that album that I really enjoyed. I got down to a deadline, and there was some other songs that I have put up that I have not released, and I wanted to tweak them, so I actually pulled them from the list and replaced them with songs I had completed. And that would probably be What Is Life and Bad As This would be two of the biggest ones.
Gotcha. So I've been sitting here. We've been live on on our Facebook page, and we've been live on Music Familia Productions on our .com. And Mr. Joshua Vandemark, he goes by the name of V, but he's been a longtime friend of mine. And he's talking about the Organic Bandits, and those are a homegrown band here in Ohio. And they're interested in working with you in a possible collaboration. And so I'm putting it out there that they might be messaging you.
Man, absolutely, man. Send it my way. That's actually one of my... Well, I'll just go ahead and say it because I want everybody to follow what I'm doing. Do it, I don't have any secrets. What I'm doing isn't a secret. That's one of my ways that I'm going. Part of my plan to make myself be able to accomplish my goals in 2019 is to work with more people. When you work with more people, it goes back to everything I was stating earlier. Plus, I don't have to write as many verses and hooks.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. There's more of an equal opportunity for everybody to get something done in there.
Absolutely, man. Actually, I shot a more of a country style. I recorded more of a country song and music video, and I did it with my buddies here. And it ended up, it was awesome because it was just something completely different. I wrote the song. Capitol Records actually mastered the song, and it ended up just turning out to something that was really cool and unique. And it ended up being, as of to date, it's actually my most popular song, unfortunately. and I say that because as I'm over here as a hip hop artist, my most popular song is now a country song.
Well, I mean, the way I would see that is, man, I take it where you can get it, because
hey, amen, amen, man.
Yeah. So we're sitting here, man. I'm looking at your whole set here, and Craig said that a couple of the songs didn't even get play.
That is very true. That is very true. When I used a different distribution company on this album than I normally use, mainly just because of numbers. When we switched over to it, I think there was like 4 songs out of the whole album that got play, and which, in my opinion, the 4 songs that were getting play that I could see weren't even the best ones on the album. And so I thought it drew me back a little bit, kind of frustrated me, and actually that's why I planned on doing the extra music videos, because I wanted people to see the music that I worked on, that I spent so much time, I put so much dedication into. And really, during Blacklist, I was really in a dark spot when I wrote all this. I don't really feel like I'm in that same position now, which is what's going to make the new music so much different and even more awesome, because you're getting different emotions, different feelings from each song or album I put out.
Right on, man. So when we're looking at this album here, we're going to play a few songs tonight while you're hanging out with us. And I will totally leave it up to you, man. Like, normally I would pick out some songs and then kind of go from there. But since you mentioned that there were some songs that you felt were the most powerful, we'll break it down, man. How about we'll get into 3 songs off of your Blacklist album that you feel are most powerful, and then we'll break them down, we'll tear them apart, and we'll talk about them.
Let's do Too Deep. Let's do Too Deep. What's famous and Ready for It.
All right. So, all right then. So here we go. So we'll kick this baby off with Too Deep, and then we will go into a list. We'll go into more as we go through. So when we're talking about Too Deep, man, fill me in on this song. Now I could go right off the title, but you know I hate doing that. So.
No, yeah. Really, what it was is Too Deep is talking about relationship issues. Now, to be completely honest, and I just want to make this very clear, I was not actually having relationship issues. I actually was watching a friend go through relationship issues when I wrote this song. Kind of tweaked it a little bit, you know, and mixed some things up. But I seen some people dealing with some relationship issues, and it really just kind of got to me because they were so close to me. And actually, a side note, when I shot this music video, my wife is actually the girl in the music video.
Oh, wow. So you're one of those very few and far between artists that intertwine your family with your work.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. I'm getting ready to put my 7-month-old son in a music video. It's going to be awesome.
Right on, man. So we're going to get in here. We're going to debut Too Deep right here on Familia Productions on Antman Versus. Are you ready for this, man?
Let's do it, man. Let's do it, man.
Let's go.
I think I'm in way too deep, too deep, too deep. I think I'm in over my head.
I can tell you now that I'm in too deep, and I know you didn't want it, but you had to leave. I can tell you now that I'm in too deep, and I know you didn't want it, but you had to leave.
Count me in, don't count me out, I'm falling hard, I ain't crashed yet. I'm staying in and you going out, and we grew apart cause you different now. I stayed the same but you needed change, so you playing games, so I'm piecing out.
But the thought of you was still in my head, I can't believe that you really left.
Blame myself for everything, I'm selfish and I never thinking. Everybody acting strange, every single time I bring up your name. Said it would be different but it stayed the same, and now I'm looking like a fool cause you walked away. And I'm the one to blame when I coulda, shoulda, woulda, but I shoulda held it into a damn thing. Giving you the word and everything I have left, that me and you were living up with no regrets. Now there's one foot left in this empty room, and I'm still messed up by the thought of you. Like I never really knew why you always doubt me, but you're really proud of your better off without me. Got me thinking of the past and what I really gotta do. Got me lost in the world when I'm mad at you. I wanna scream so loud, wanna drown you out. Thought I needed you then, but I don't need you now. And you don't really get it, but I never knew that. When you're moving with the world, but you never look back. Now a memory of you, the only thing that I have. Someone come and tell me what I really should do, cause I wonder if I left, would I be with you? Put a bullet in my skull, I'll see you soon.
I can tell you now that I'm in too deep, and I know you didn't want it, but you had to leave. I can tell you now that I'm in too deep, and I know you didn't want it, but you had to leave.
Count me in, don't count me out, I'm falling hard, I ain't crashed yet. I'm staying in and you going out, and we grew apart cause you different now. I stayed the same but you needed change, so you playing games, so I'm piecing out.
But the thought of you was still in my head, I can't believe that you really left.
Now you're gone, I'm all alone, got me blowing up your phone. I have no choice, wanna hear your voice, I try to focus but I can't think. Like why is life so unfair? You're gone and I'm still here, I'm giving up cause I don't care. Can't live without you here, holding on cause I can't let go. Feel my heartbeat slow down, I'm lost now in this empty house. I can't go out, I'm afraid to leave, cause every corner I turn's another memory. When I know deep down you're watching over me, and I want you to know you were all I need, and you were the one, the only one for me. I begged to plead to take me instead, and ever since you left I became a mess. For every single fight I have regrets, and all the love I never did confess. And I miss you, and I want you, and I need you, and I love you, and I would give anything, even trade my soul just for one more night, then I let go.
I think I'm in way too deep, too deep and too deep and too deep. I think I'm in over my head, too deep and too deep and too deep. I can tell you now that I'm in too deep, and I know you didn't want it, but you had to leave. I can tell you now that I'm in too deep, and I know you didn't want it, but you had to leave.
Count me in, don't count me out, I'm falling hard, I ain't crashed yet. I'm staying in and you going out, and we grew apart cause you different now. I stayed the same but you needed change, so you playing games, so I'm piecing out.
But the thought of you was still in my head, I can't believe that you really left.
I think I'm in way too deep, too deep and too deep and too deep. I think I'm in over my head, too deep and too deep and too deep and too
There's Too Deep right there. What's going on, man? That is an awesome song right there.
I appreciate it very much. Man, I appreciate it very much. Thank you.
So when you're talking about, breaking music down and putting music together, man, what is the hardest thing for you to do as an artist when thinking about a new album?
Man, I'm really guilty of figuring out what I want to call the album before I actually make the track, which is actually pretty much backwards compared to what everybody else does. So what'll happen, like, I made Blacklist and I, came up with the concept and everything. Well, I got down to it and I'm trying to think, okay, well, how am I going to call this Blacklist without a Blacklist track? So I ended up had a song titled Blackout. And so I ended up pretty much incorporating it that way. But I would think as far as putting it together, the biggest thing is going to be just trying to make sure all your songs sound different.
Right. Wow. Well, man, so on your list here, we got 1 down, 2 to go. What is your next song that you feel is one of the most powerful off the album?
Oh, wow. Let's do Ready For It. Let's do Ready For It.
Ready For It. All right. So we'll get into Ready For It right now. We'll world premiere this one right here on Music Familia Productions. We'll get into it right now. We'll be back with Trenton P. At this time, real quick, before we get into this, I want to pay some bills. Give a shout-out to a few of my sponsors, man. Shamrock Printing, my man Jonathan Boyer from Shamrock Printing. Check him out, shamrockprinting.com. Ohio Local Music, great networking opportunity for Ohioans and people around the world who want to network with artists. Knucklehead Productions, my man Mike Corley. PhotoNationAP, Rock Outlaws, and Rockstars Glued 3.0. You guys can catch the replay show of Antman Versus on Tuesdays on Rockstars Glued 3.0. That's Rockstars Glued 3.com from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. So we're going to get into this song right here, and this is called Ready For It. Let's go.
With a bass on my flat fly, with a bass on you take mine, and I want you to take mine. I've been down here my whole life, I've been down here my whole life. I'm sick of this shit, no lie. It's like I got shit labeled on me, thinking daily labeled on me, thinking they was sleeping on me, thinking I was sleeping on me, thinking taking nothing from me. Point you if you think you is, feeling bad, I think you shit, feeling bad, it's how I shit. Promise I'ma die like this, thank God I got the baddest bitch. You pulling out the baddest bitch, you never know who I'm going with. You just know who I'm close to with. I'm just let you get you close to me. I let you get you close to me. I hope that you're okay with that. Hope that you okay with that. Come and tell the bailiff that I'm cussing like a sailor. That I'm cocky as my witness and as big as my sailor. Gives a bottle about a opinion. Got me acting niggas better. After my business, I won't stop until I get it. Killing all my competition. I'ma do it oh so ruthless. Every move I make is crucial. Never jump into conclusions. Hope my music is a nuisance. I'ma have to go and do it like. Tell me what your sacrifice. Still not close to satisfied. Thinking out loud, but you missing the facts. I'm not giving a fuck and I'm playing around. Cause I'm sick of the struggles and problems I'm facing. Like, what is you stupid? I think I might lose you at it. So foolish. I'm moving these units. You better start walking. I'm sick of you talking. So taking this shove and get out of my face. Fuck being nice and I'm catching a case. Sick of all these basic bitches. Close your legs and fucking listen. Want the truth of how it is. It's pussy power politics. And I'm dead up with all of it. I'm acting up and speaking out like you ain't gotta come around. You could say I'm different now. Claiming that you know me when the truth is never free. Just got me steady here. I walk around St. Louis like I'm Yachty and Melina. Got no bitch up in my blood and I'm a future Hall of Famer. Screaming fuck a reputation. If you want it, come and take it. See my city like an army. You don't turn your back up on them. Keep this blacklist tatted on me. Cause if you ain't fucking with us, then you probably just as useless as these crooked politicians. Double crossing sons of bitches. What is life if you ain't living? I done overcome the struggle. If they wasn't there, then fuck them. Don't you worry about my come up. I've been focused on this hustle ever since I was a youngin'. They done labeled me a fuck up. I admit that I was troubled. See more shit than you could stomach. Still I'm standing saying fuck it. You can't ever tell me nothing when you know they gonna shoot before they ever try to cuff a man. This shit got me disgusted. Know the system need adjusted. Tell me what the fuck is justice? Like is everything corrupted or am I gonna end up busted for just speaking on the subject? Yeah. Claiming that you know me when the truth is never free. Just got me steady here. Claiming that you know me when the truth is never free. Just got me steady here.
Wow, man. So let's break it down for all the fans out there. So there is no speeding up of the songs. That's all you, legit, right?
There's no what? I'm sorry. There's no what? I'm sorry.
There's no speeding up of the songs. That's all you, legit, right there on the track, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Right on. Well, you know, when I go to see live shows, you know, I play a lot of music on my show, and I listen to the artists, and I check out the movement, and I listen to it, and I notice like some of these artists, man, that they play to tracks and they don't really sing at their live shows.
Right.
And
Right.
I think, you know, to somebody who doesn't know any better, or somebody who doesn't really pay attention to some of that stuff, you know, it's like, oh, okay, they're really singing. But to somebody like me or you know, who's trained, or I use the word trained, I should say, I should use that word loosely. But you know, when somebody comes across and they're like, I don't know, and then you see the microphone come away from their mouth and the song's still going, you're like, maybe they smoked too many cigarettes at break time.
Well, I'll tell you what. One thing I do is I always turn down my backing vocals. I do have backing vocals at some point, but I always do perform the song. I could perform any one of my songs at any point in the song a cappella. I have no issue doing that. When you are in the show, what you'll actually see a lot of the times, which I agree with you. I hate when I see somebody pull the microphone away and they're not doing their vocals.
Yep.
Okay, I understand on the hooks. I do get that sometimes. But when you're doing the verses, if you're going to have vocals, you better not miss a key. You better not miss and you better be giving it all. Because I'll tell you what, and this has been my saving grace, because I refuse to, you know, I'm not going to say that I haven't used backing vocals and stuff, but I'm going to tell you right now, here's why I always give it 100% no matter I have backing vocals or not. Because I have been in venues where the power has cut out or the microphone has cut off. If you're lip singing or you're not really giving it your all and you're trying to look good on stage instead of just laying it out all on the line, people are going to fucking know.
Yeah, you're right, exactly.
And they're going to know real quick. And I've been caught in that situation. And when I mean caught is, I mean, I've had my microphone cut out on me. Actually, I had it happen at the biggest show I ever did. There was about 2,500 people in the crowd. Microphone cut out. Somebody stepped on a cord. And when it cut out, I started screaming at the top of my lungs the lyrics to my songs. And you couldn't hear me in the very back. But, dude, everybody up in the front, I mean, by the end it was, dude, I pretty much had an ovation on it, dude. And I couldn't talk after it was done. My throat was basically swelled shut, dude. But so you always have to give it 100%.
You know, when you talk about, you know, giving it 100%, man, and other people out there, you know, when you don't realize when you're at the show, you know, you go out, you perform, it's after the show that you hear all the fandom, you know, you hear everybody responding on social media. When you hear your fans and people, you know, once you're on the bus, you're in the truck, or you're back at the hotel, do you ever go through your social media and see if anybody, you know, took video of you or anything like that?
I am so critical of myself. I actually have somebody that takes a video of me. I have went to numerous shows, and the biggest thing I do is, in my opinion, is stage presence. I've got a buddy of mine who does a lot of shows here in St. Louis, and he refuses to allow me to have a band on stage. Will not do a show with me where I have a band on stage. And it is not because of any other reason besides the simple fact that he wants everybody focused on me at all times. Because of he likes the way that my stage presence is. I will interrupt at my show and lose time performing to pull a child on stage. As far as, you know, just to, I want to give back, man. It's the most important thing to me now, even more so now that I have my own child, and it's these kids. You know, I even do, when I'm doing my shows, a lot of times you'll have little kids right up front, so you know how it is, you get down, and I'm doing the motions, sitting here talking to you, I'm, you know, getting down close to floor of the stage, and as soon as a curse word comes in, I'll turn away.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to be cursing right in front of these kids and stuff like that. And I've actually had multiple people come up to me at the end of the shows and be like, you know what, thank you. And I said, for what? Thank you for not saying those curse words as loud as you possibly could right into my kids. And they said, thank you for giving them the best performance that, you know, they could have seen. And that's everything. That's what it is, man. It doesn't matter. I've performed in places where the only person in that venue was the bartender, you know, and I've performed in places where we've had 2,500 people.
Yeah, you know what, man? It's one thing I'll say. You know, as a media person, like I don't care how big I get. It doesn't freaking matter. I'm always gonna remember where I came from, and you know, it doesn't matter if you're playing to one, you're playing to none, 15,000, 1,000. It doesn't matter. You have to leave it on the stage every time.
Man, you do. And the thing is it's so much more than social media.
Right.
It's so much more than just writing a good song. It's, you know, I mean, like, it goes back to what I was saying earlier. There's a lot of things that go into this that people don't understand, and having a good stage performance is just another one of the pieces of the puzzle. You know, and you know, I do it to the extent of when I do shows and stuff. If I know the artist, you know, like the other locals or whoever's there, if I know the artist, I've got my own wireless mic and stuff like that, you know, and I'll give it to them so they don't have to use a wired, because using a wired is sometimes a pain in the butt. So
yeah.
I mean, I try to help out and do my part. I had somebody drop my microphone one time. That was, I was like, no. But you know, it's just one of those things, man. I just want to show love, and you know, I don't think I'm the best thing, you know, out there or anything. I just enjoy doing what I do, and I do appreciate this interview. I'm you know, thank you.
When you know, when we talk about all the performing and all the hype and everything, at the end of the day, man, you know, I would rather play to 5 real ones than 15,000 fake ones, you know?
Dude, you're 110%, because when you're a local artist like that, and you're not really getting paid much to play and stuff like that, those 5 people, you know, if they buy T-shirts, or you know, they come out and support you, or they're really paying attention to what you're doing, you know, I mean, that means everything. I can tell you this right now: the biggest buzzkill when an artist walks out on stage is when you walk out on stage and there's 500 people in the crowd, but 350 of them are sitting down. That sucks. You know,
yeah.
And so that you gotta work hard to get them to stand up, get them to come up to the front of the stage, you know, and you know, you just gotta keep pushing forward.
So we got one last song, man, off the Blacklist album here, and what about this song is the most powerful part of it for you?
Man, when I wrote this, what's famous was, you know, pretty much at the peak of when I was realizing that, you know, get a lot of this internet sensation crap, and seeing all these fools acting crazy and stuff on the internet just for attention and things like that. That was pretty much my direction and frustrations when I was writing this song.
Wow. You know, and that really hits home for me, because I watch a lot of social media. I see bands and artists buying reviews, you know, spending $25 for and I use air quotes when I say this, a platinum review, like, and what it is just some people talking some smack about your hard work, you know.
Right. You're right. You know, you're right. You know, it's one of those things where what I've realized is it doesn't matter what good I do, how awesome a song is, or how horrible a song is. I'm always going to have people that are there to criticize.
Yeah.
It's what you do with that criticism and how you take it. There's some criticism that you just have to take with a grain of salt, and there is other criticism that you need to take to heart and figure out exactly how to fix it. In different aspects of life, and all over the board with music, no matter it be how you're writing, delivery, or whatever. Criticism is one of those things that a lot of people have a hard time dealing with. To me, it comes in one of two ways. Either I take it to heart and figure out how I can adjust it to make it better, or B, I don't really give a shit.
You know what, man? You can't go wrong with any one of those. You really can't. All right, man. So we're going to get into this right here. This song is called What's Famous. I'm excited to hear this. Let's go.
Hands down to the kids that ain't never had shit, living in a broken home but where their parents is. Barely hanging on, you probably couldn't even handle this. And every motherfucker only want to judge appearances. The only way you getting out is if you get a miracle. And everybody looking at you like you is a criminal. I'm probably fucked up from the way they raised me. Sick up in the head, that's what the world's made me. I'm an ill motherfucker, I'm a sight to see. Straight up out the gutter, come and tell me what the facts is. With all the propaganda that they putting in the media, they only gonna feed you what you really think you want. They only wanna judge you off the statements that you make. See, everything you think you know is really probably fraudulent. So by the way you acting, I can finally see your character. I'm living in a place, but I can tell it's not America.
Be like them if I could, see like them if I could, act like them, maybe then I'd have it all if I could, rap like them if I could, trap like them if I can, just pretend then I know I'd have it all.
What's famous? What's famous? I'm gonna tell you what's famous. Don't have it all, but I lost that. Tell me what it takes. I got your head first. Tell me what's famous. What's famous? What's famous? I'm gonna tell you what's famous. Don't have it all, but I lost that. Tell me what's famous. Tell me what's famous. Tell me what's famous. What's famous? What's famous? I'm gonna tell you what's famous. Don't have it all, but I lost that. Tell me what's famous. Gotta put the thing first. Tell me what's famous. What's famous? What's famous? I'm gonna tell you what's famous. Don't have it all, but I lost that. Tell me what's famous. Tell me what's famous. Tell me what's famous. Still kinda wonder what's the price to pay, cause everybody kinda got a different image of fame. And I can promise that I'll never be like anybody else. But the problem with the music is the only thing that sells is the money and the violence. Everything is so divided that they blinded by personas that these rappers putting on them. If you ask me what is famous, I will tell you when I make it. Do you wanna hear the truth that I will never even need it? I'ma have to go and tell them that I'll never be defeated. Come and tell me what is famous, cause I really don't believe it. Still I wonder, is it worth it? Cause I know that it ain't perfect. You can't even go in public without someone interrupting. I'm not saying that I hate it, I'm just weighing all my options. People always jumping in it, then they gone within a minute. If I'm really gonna do it, then I gotta keep them guessing. Like I gotta be unique, and maybe if I
could be like them, if I could see like them, if I could act like them, maybe then I'd have it all if I could rap like them, if I could trap like them, if I can just pretend then I know I'd have it all.
What's famous? What's famous? I'm gonna tell you what's famous. Don't have it all, but I lost that. Tell me what it takes. I got your head first. Tell me what's famous. What's famous? I'm gonna tell you what's famous. Don't have it all, but I lost that. Tell me what's famous. Tell me what's famous. Tell me what's famous. What's famous? What's famous? I'm gonna tell you what's famous. Don't have it all, but I lost that. Tell me what's famous. Gotta put the thing first. Tell me what's famous. What's famous? I'm gonna tell you what's famous. Don't have it all, but I lost that. Tell me what's famous. Tell me what's famous. Tell me what's famous.
What's famous right there, my man Shen P. Damn, dude. You dropped some real serious lyrics, man, in that song. Absolutely.
Well, man, I appreciate that. That's my goal with everything is I just want to. You get so much just regular stuff talking about money and cars and stuff like that. It's really not what I'm about. So I just want to make sure that when I'm doing, the music I put out is a reflection of myself and the way that I want to be seen.
That's absolutely it, man. I think that's the purest form of what we're trying to do and what we try to accomplish out here.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, man.
So is there anybody you want to give a shout out to, man, before we wrap it up? I know you're a family man. I'm sure the wife wants to hang out and watch some Netflix and chill. So
We're about to start up the Game of Thrones.
Oh, shit.
So we're going to try that out. But no, I give a shout out to my wife, man. I give a shout out to my son, Bentley. Shout out to Craig. Shout out to Luke. Shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for doing this interview. I just appreciate all my fans so much. I appreciate the opportunities that I'm given each day. Put God first, and everything else just kind of plays itself out. So I appreciate it and hope to do this again sometime. This is by far my favorite interview yet. You're awesome, and I just wish you nothing but blessings.
Oh, man. Well, thank you so much, man. We're going to continue to spin your music on the podcast, man, every week. And I'll do my damnedest to tag you and show you and let you know what's going on so you can spread the word and let everybody know.
Man, I appreciate that so much. If anybody wants to give me a follow, you can follow me on Facebook. It's just Trenton, Trenton, space P, or you can find me on Instagram at I am Trenton P. Appreciate you guys all so much.
All right, man. Have a wonderful night, and best love to the family, sir.
Thank you, sir. You have a good one. Thank you, sir. You have a good one.
You too, man. Later. Music Familia, that is the one, the only Trenton P. Much love to him and Greg, to Craig and the family and everybody out there, man. I also want to give a really special shout out right now to a really, really sweet little girl. Her name's Journey. She's been a huge fan of the Antmans for some time, man, and I never, ever forget my fans, never, ever forget the people that really matter. I want to give a shout out to Jeremiah and Journey. Much love to you, kids. Wasn't too long ago that I made a long trek all the way up to Cincy and went up to the Nationwide Children's Hospital, met with Josh and at the time his wife, girlfriend, and we had a conversation about things that needed to be done for the kids. And at that time, Jeremiah was in his first stages of cancer, and I never forget that moment, man, because now as a father, thinking back at that moment, thinking about that time and that place and where I was at, being able to help a family, help somebody else, put somebody else first before me was, and always will be the number one reason why I do what I do. Like the honest to God reason why I do what I do is because of people like Josh and people like Journey and Jeremiah, and other people out there, man, because if it wasn't for these people, man, the kids are our future, and if we're not putting them first, if we're not doing what we need to do for them, what else is there? Why are we doing this? You have to want more for your kids. Growing up for me, it was a real struggle. Money was a real struggle. I come from a small town where, it's about who you're dating, what you're driving, what you're wearing, and what your parents do. And you have to work really hard to break out and be your own person. And in 2019, the hardest thing about 2019 is doing something unique, because up to this point, everybody's done something the same as you. Everybody's done this, everybody's done that, so you have to find your way around all of the things and find a happy medium, a unique medium. And so shout out to all you guys out there that are busting your ass, making it happen for your families, for your wives, for your children. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks. It doesn't matter what anybody says. I would rather play to 5 real motherfuckers than 150,000 fake ones. I'll never sell out. I will never sell my friendships, my companionships, my support. I will never sell out on the local people and on the people that believe in me and push me as much as I've been pushed, because honestly, man, the music saves lives legitly. And I have a song here that I want to play for you guys, man. This dude, his name is Sebastian Schock, all right? And he's a really good friend of mine. I did an interview with him from last weekend. I did an interview with him about his music and all that, and man, I when I talk about it, man, it hits me kind of hard, because when you talk about music and you talk about the struggle of things and how hard things can be, this song really hits home for me, man. So this song, we're going to world premiere this song right here. This has never been heard before. This has never been heard before. All right, we're going to air this right now. We're going to get into this song right here. This is from my man Sebastian Schock, and it's called Fall. We're going to get this right here. Let's go.
Music Familia Productions. Music Familia Productions.
Everything's alright, but looks can be deceiving. So analyze your scene and take a closer look inside, 'cause it could be the very last thing you see. A secret hidden in plain sight, the key to fortunes untold, everything magical, nothing to keep you down inside. It's such a pretty life, and it's nothing like mine. Even though you buried me underneath my entire foundation, I refuse to let you see the damage you've caused. I won't fall. It doesn't matter what you say. I won't fall. I'm fighting harder every day. I won't You think that everything is fine, but it's not. There are things under the surface that rely on the dark. You don't know this because you won't pay attention long enough. There are reasons for the seasons, this decision isn't tough. Move along, keep your head up, listen to my voice. It has helped a lot of people to ignore the calls of voice. Now do I have your attention? There's something I should mention. There's another you trapped inside. Even though you buried me underneath my entire foundation, I refuse to let you see the damage you've caused. I won't fall. It doesn't matter what you say. I won't fall.
That right there is Fall from my man Sebastian Shock. I really, really love that dude, man. You know, you can hear in his lyrics, he's been there, he knows what's going on, he knows what's up, man. And, you know, when you listen to music, you listen to, I don't know if everybody does this, but I do this. When I listen to something that I've never heard before, and I hear the artist talk about what the song was for them, I listen in the song to see if it was a true, real meaning of a feeling for them, you know? And like when you listen to a song, if it's real, you can tell, you can hear it, and you're like, yeah, like, all right. But then there's some songs that you listen to and you're like, that dude's fake. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you guys feel that or not, but I definitely, when I check it out. Also, Mr. Josh Vandemark, I want to give a shout out to Cassie as well. What's going on, Cassie? Hope you're having a good night. Thank you for tuning in to the show. I appreciate y'all. I love your little family. Anyway, so we're going to get into something brand new right here, man. I don't normally do this, but we're going to throw this out here. At the beginning of the show, I threw out some Tom McDonald, and, you know, I definitely enjoy Tom McDonald type of stuff, but there's also some outlaw kind of stuff that I enjoy. We're going to check this out. You guys ready for this, man? Let's go.
Put the nozzle up, push the throttle down. Pick the bottle up while driving slowly through this town. All these demons in my head got me feeling brain dead. Need to find a bed, lay down to let my mind tread. Always living in a dream, cause this life is too hard. I know this isn't healthy, but this bourbon heals my scars. Or maybe it's a cover up, like a blanket for this cold soul. Living in reality like life without parole. I don't wanna keep living like this. I can't face reality, so I just reminisce about a good time.
I'm sitting counting memories in a motel, watching the time just slip away, trying to drink away my reality. I tell my troubles to the bottle cause it don't tell, but it ain't got too much to say, and so I'm stuck right here in my reality, trying to tell it to the bottle. Oh man, I tell it to the bottle. I tell it to the bottle. Oh man, I tell it to the bottle.
Get back up, load my truck, face my fears, get out of this mug. Everybody's got them problems, gotta fight them so you don't get stuck. I don't need to drown, fucking clown, put the bottle down. Bourbon brown, leave this town, time to turn my life around. Pull away from that light, I just wanna feel alive. Man, it just feels so right, like the stars have aligned. It ain't easy as 1, 2, 3. Can't you see this ain't a dream? I just wanna be free. It's all on me.
I'm sitting counting memories in a motel, watching the time just slip away, trying to drink away my reality. I tell my troubles to the bottle cause it don't tell, but it ain't got too much to say, and so I'm stuck right here in my reality, trying to tell it to the bottle. Oh man, I tell it to the bottle. I tell it to the bottle. Oh man, I tell it to the bottle. Somewhere between the floor and the ceiling fan is a world tipped upside down, spinning in a cigarette smoke. Somewhere between the old and a better man, it's a heart turned inside out, aching for the things that's gone. tell it to the bottle. Oh man, I tell it to the bottle.
I just feel like somewhere between the ceiling fan and the floor, drinking down that old bourbon brown, talking to the bottle.
Dipping and gunning, black hoodie, black mask, about to get into something. I'm just speaking on my past, but they think that I'm fronting. I was creeping on that stash, grab the grip and get jumping.
We were ripping and running, but now we sitting and struggling. But man, we working on something, so we gon' get this shit bumping. We the wrong few, the cross dude, you gon' lose. We changed the life up, homie, now we making grown moves. They making faces, get complacent like they don't approve. Let's get it cracking, yo, what's happening, what we gon' do?
Petty fiends, getting money by any means. Now step behind the scenes, butter Timbs and Pelly jeans. Hustlers in these streets and they clocking hella cream. But half these fucking dealers are squealers sweeter than jelly beans.
They say they rockin' claim they cockin' like they coppin' keys. Then turn a bitch when the prison becomes a destiny. The way the game is played, I'm looking like a referee. But they don't wanna flex with me, there's passion in the pedigree.
Worldwide, living in the city, living in the city. A city never sleeps. You know the town.
Be right. Yeah, when it's just another day in the life, and I'm clocking overtime, working day in and night. Man, I'm checking on my words. Am I saying it right? Will I take my advice when I can't get it right? I'm second guessing. Never thought that I would make it. I never made shit except the bill that mom was paying. Her son always sedated. Police, they building cases. They never knew what would happen if they unlocking them cages. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. This is Maryland, the land of the heroin overdoses. I'm daring you to approach us. I care about the homeless. Daddy was laying on benches with a can of baking soda. It's terrible how we grow up. The parents ain't even grown ups. We running like chickens with our heads cut off so we blow up. Does anybody notice? Only people that know us. Police and them cold cuffs so the system go blow up.
Worldwide, living in the city, living in the city. A city never sleeps. You know the town. Huggers know the style.
Malevolent, I'm sick of letting the devil in. But every time he whispers in my ear, I always let him in. Convince myself and I tell myself it's irrelevant. But the weight of my decisions is heavier than an elephant. It's fucking crazy the road that Satan is taking me. I'm trying deep inside not to do these things, but he's making me. I'm losing so much hope, I feel the Lord is forsaking me. So I'm looking to the sky for a spiritual awakening.
But heaven sent is the brothers that I've been rolling with. The chain heavy, baby links made out of fellowship. I told myself long ago that I would never quit. Then they passed the mic to me, rocking it so eloquent. Cause I'm a veteran, if they knocking, then let them in. And if they ready for the change, we can show them how to live. We spread the message, try to get it out to all the kids. I needed backup, so I'm calling out the homie Rich.
Worldwide, living in the city, living in the city. A city never sleeps.
It's where it's long.
You know the town.
Let's get it.
Huggers know the style.
From a city where poverty make the mothers cry, and the bullets fly. If you dare to testify, die by the needle or die by the gun. When addicts dope habit is supplied by the sun, where the sun don't shine and the good die young. Where you using the supplying, chances are slim to none. Home of the chicken box, crab cake and natty bowls. Home of the Freddie Gray riots and the dope holes. Everybody down the ride till charges get involved. Start singing like Cisco, helping cases get solved. When police are corrupted, if you black, you a suspect. Why cuff 'em, we can shoot 'em, that's how they serve and protect. Home to the Star-Spangled Banner, home of the brave, home to an anthem celebrating the death of the slaves. USA, a walking contradiction. Baltimore City, addiction and conviction.
Living in the city, living in the city. You know the town, stupid. You can get poked, grabbed and choked and shot up. Living in the city,
J Ness, Rem 1.
Be right. It's where it's long. Cloud.
Always talking about faith, but you so fake. Called him out his name, don't you feel ashamed? I can't believe what you said and how you said it. Playing fetch, I knew that you'd regret it. You
it's your heritage. You tried to preach the word of God, boy, you scared of it. I've been on my own since '07, Miss Independent bitch. You could never see us long term. Now you begging when you yearn, dude. That shit gets on my damn nerves. You said you didn't lie, you just didn't tell the truth. Wait, step back, I don't know about you. Go and pick up them bags, grab that eye, devil dog. No, you's a devil dog, yeah, that's a devil dog. Watch out for that devil dog. I can't believe what you said and how you said it. Playing fetch, I knew that you'd regret it. You said he's a devil dog, no, you's a devil dog, yeah, that's a devil dog. Watch out for that devil dog. Tried to dive into my heart, I watched you crash and burn. But I guess we live and learn, live and learn. Saying I'm kicking you while you're down, insulting your injury. No, bitch, it's adding insult to injury. Don't know why you had to laugh at me when I said I'm serious about these beats. If you ain't heard, bitch, I'm from the streets. Had to learn to make grace from misery. Just stop trying to mentor me. Go help yourself. Man, you own that other shit. You was something else, acting like you haven't seen. Knowing you come from hell. Better keep your eye on me. My shit's about to sail. When you push back at me, I rebel. Better keep your eye on me. My shit's about to sail. When you push back at me, I rebel. He's a devil dog, no, you's a devil dog. Yeah, that's a devil dog. Watch out for that devil dog. I can't believe what you said and how you said it. Playing fetch, I knew that you'd regret it. You said he's a devil dog, no, you's a devil dog. Yeah, that's a devil dog. Watch out for that devil dog. Tried to dive into my heart, I watched you crash and burn. But I guess we live and learn, live and learn. Yeah, I guess we live and learn. I wanted you there, but you weren't. You acted so scared, ill-prepared. With my back against the wall, I still stood there, open arms, captivated by your charm. There to sound the alarm, 'cause I'm moving on, yeah. I'm moving on, I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm gone.
That's Stormy Lee right there. So I did an interview with her last week, and Facebook kind of screwed me on that interview. I was in the process of playing some music, and Facebook blocked me because of some of the music that I was playing during my show. So I came back over here because over here I'm allowed to play what I want to play and do what I want to do, and I appreciate that. So we got something special right here coming up from the Drifter Kings. I love these guys, man. These guys are out of Delaware, Ohio. As you know, all the music that I play is unsigned worldwide from all over the place. We play all kinds of stuff right here. And I come across these guys because I watch Reverb Nation for other artists and for other stuff all the time. But a lot of people don't watch Reverb Nation, and I'm kind of like, why? I don't know why. I was watching a Facebook Live show that's on Facebook Live, and they were talking about how there's never any good music that comes from Reverb Nation. They said they'd never heard a good song from Reverb Nation. I was like, are you flipping kidding me? Like, really? You've never heard... Oh, killing me, Smalls. So I got something special for you guys right here. This is from the Drifter Kings. I love this riff and this song, and we're going to check it out right here. This is called Daddy Long Leggin'. Let's get it. Suicide Toys right there. My dudes from Newark, Ohio. Much love to Jonathan and the dudes over at Suicide Toys. Zach, Jonathan, Rob, and Ben. Hope you guys are having a good night, man. Thank you for doing what you do as artists and musicians. I also want to give a shout out to some of my sponsors, some of my kick-ass sponsors. I want to give a shout out to Paul's Nightclub in Lancaster, Ohio. Much love to Janine and all the boys and girls over at Paul's Nightclub. It's an awesome, intimate venue. If you haven't had a chance, get over there, get your ass over there, check it out. Also, I wanted to give a shout out to Knucklehead Productions, my man Mike Corley, who is throwing on the 4th annual Rock at the Villa. It's a massive tailgate pre-party. The World I Knew, Samara, Kai Enemy, Pray for Sleep, Zero King, David Goliath, May 16th, Alro Sevilla, $15 for the tickets. It's an all ages show. I'm excited about this. The Rock Outlaws, yours truly, and Knucklehead Productions are all teaming up to sponsor this event. I'm really excited about it. Also, I want to give a shout out to Shamrock Printing, my man Jonathan, and all the boys and girls at Shamrock Printing holding it down for us, man. Give them a shout out, shamrockprinting.com. If you guys haven't already, head over there. You guys can check it out. 740-349-2244 if you want to get in touch with them. Let them know Antman sent you. I want to give a shout out to my man David Sheets, PhotoNationAP, professional photography and digital media services. 614-732-9525. Call or text or write an email, PhotoNationAP@outlook.com. Rock Outlaws, Stephanie Sutton Reed, and her husband Jimmy. Much love to you guys. I love you guys so much. Ohio Local Music, Thor and Terry. Those dudes hold down that Ohio Local Music Facebook group. If you're into networking, you're into going to shows, you're into talking to friends and networking and doing all that stuff, man, head over there, join that group. It's a great group and opportunity for anybody inside Ohio, outside of Ohio, to be able to network and get together. Also, I want to give a shout out, a special rock shout out to Rockstars Glued 3.0. Rachel and all the guys over at Rockstars Glued 3.0 are absolutely the shit. If you haven't had a chance to check out Rockstars Glued 3.0, I am going to drop a link in the website right here for you so you guys can check them out directly. Absolutely great stuff coming from these guys, man. Rockstars Glued 3.0, that's 3pointo.com. They replay the AntmanVs show every Tuesday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. So everything that you hear tonight, if you missed the show, you can go over to their website and rehear it on Tuesdays. So that's really awesome. I appreciate y'all. So we are worldwide. We are in 10 different countries, man. I want to give a huge shout out to the awesome people over at the Foxhole Internet Radio Station. If you guys have not checked it out, man, the Foxhole Internet Radio Network. So this organization, man, special stuff going on here, foxholeInternetRadio.com. I'm going to drop a link in there for you guys. You guys can check that out as well. That is in there now as well, Foxhole Internet Radio Station. Yours truly is holding down the Undiscovered channel. So if you got some music and you're interested in getting your stuff in there, we've been running for 3 weeks now. 3 weeks now, 24/7. We're looking to get some advertising in there, getting some all kinds of fun stuff in there, man. Make sure you guys get your asses over there. Check that out. And if you guys haven't already, man, subscribe to this channel. You guys can do that right there at, as a matter of fact, let's see here. Facebook.com/Music Familia Productions. You can like our Facebook page, or you can subscribe to the YouTube channel, YouTube.com/Music Familia Productions. You guys can do that. Just a friendly reminder, all the music and music videos aired are not ours, and we give all the rights to the artists and musicians who create these works. Thank you for watching tonight's show, man. Thank you to Trenton P. I appreciate y'all, and I will see you guys next week for a brand new AntmanVs. This is now the official home for AntmanVs every week. You guys are going to be able to come back here and do this every week with yours truly. I'll see you guys next week, man. And who knows? Who knows what's going to happen next week? Or between now and next week. Shit's going down. It's getting fun. You ready for this? We are worldwide. I'll see you guys next week. Have a great rest of your evening, and be safe this weekend. Get your ass out and see some local music. See ya.